Well, for a long time, I actually had an identity crisis. So my mom's Puerto Rican and my dad's half black, half Puerto Rican. And I went to private school and then a public, predominantly white school all my life. For a while, I was really like confident about it. Like on Sundays, my mom would do my hair, bantu knots, twists, like all that. And then it wasn't until maybe like 5th or 6th grade where like, I wouldn't say I got bullied, but I definitely did get made fun of for it. Like kids would milk my hair and say I was a cow and like little things like that like made you question your whole life, especially when you're the only person of color at your school. Not only like black kid, but also like Hispanic, Asian, like there was nothing really like anybody I could really relate to. So I struggled with it a lot.
I have a lot of fun with my hair. I think one of the things I love is that it does so many different things, and I think it's a really good description of who I am because I'm like a pretty outgoing, energetic person who's always doing something, always like in a different situation or a different setting. And I feel like my hair just is always a reflection of whatever things I've gotten myself wrapped up into.
When I was growing up, I always got my hair like straightened and relaxed. I don't remember until I cut my hair ever seeing my hair like out. Yeah, my mom always straightened it and always like made me have it straight because that was what was considered to be pretty.
As I've grown up, I've seen it in different ways. So when I was younger, I like to wear my hair down a lot. So I used to have hair that was down to my shoulders when I was younger. And then as I got older, I'd say like around like high school age, I started to kind of wear it in like a fade look. So it was like kind of like that fuck boy kind of, you know, trying to look cool and trying to be like everyone else. And as I've gone older, I realized that, you know, you don't have to wear it in a certain way. You don't have to appease to other people. It's kind of just how you want to wear it. So now I kind of I'm letting it grow now and enjoying that.
When I was younger, around age 6, I had very long hair down to the shoulders, mostly because of my mom's doing. Not that I didn't like the way it looked, but a lot of people would mistake me for a female, which was a little emasculating at the time. So as I grew older, I started wearing it shorter.
I'm from Dominican Republic, and Dominicans hate the idea of curly hair. They always think that straight hair is the best way to go. So for me, when I was in high school, my mom had said that I didn't know how to comb my hair properly. So she would send me to the salon every like 2 weeks. And that's when I got really, really bad heat damage. And a lot of girls in DR like love to relax their hair. Even though DR is super hot, which doesn't really make sense to do your hair. So yeah, like Dominicans really are not the biggest fans of curly hair.
When I first came to college, it was the first time I truly had to figure out how to do my hair on my own. Like I was doing my hair in high school, but you know, if you need something, you can go to the hairdresser. If you have an important event or you want to like look good, you can kind of schedule and plan for that. And then it was like short snippets versus like months and months of me just having to figure it out. And I lived in Eastman, which has the home program, which is a lot of students of color. And I remember some of my friends and I would get together and like all do our hair together. And that was one of the first experiences where I really started learning a lot of natural hair techniques and just figuring out a lot more about my hair and being in a space where there were other people who were going through the exact same thing as I was, and we just kind of learned together, and that was a really special time.
Like I said, my mom, when I was in high school, I remember we were shopping and she was like, you need to go do your hair, like this is not it. And I was like, with like, this is like the hair that I was kind of born with, like, what do you mean? And they call it un pajón. So it's kind of like a big mess, that's what they mean. So she would send me to the salon and I would be like, oh, and I got used to it when I was in high school. So it was like something that was like, I'm not gonna be the girl who's gonna be in everybody's way with my hair. So I had a really like big fro. And I was like, yeah, I'm not gonna be the girl in the class. I was gonna be like, can you please move your head? So I just ended up always straightening my hair.
When I was in 5th grade, I wore my hair naturally. And some girl said to me, your hair is so big, I can't see the stage. And it was kind of hurtful at the time because as an impressionable 5th grader, like this was my favorite hairstyle, you know? I never really thought much of it. And it was partly the reason why I wore my hair straight so much after that, because I thought like, am I a distraction? You know, I don't want to draw too much attention to myself. You know? So it just made me feel really insecure about myself.
I am one of 5 siblings, but I am the only biracial sibling, so the rest of my siblings are white. My mother is also white. So growing up, it was hard to, my mom didn't know how to do my hair. And because she didn't know how to do my hair, I didn't know how to do my hair, and I didn't really have anyone teaching me. So I think something that really stuck with me is one day watching my mom take a brush to her hair while it was dry and realizing I couldn't do the same.
For me, I think figuring out my curl pattern was the most challenging thing. I always wanted what I called like mixed curls. I always wanted my hair to be long. I always wanted my hair to like fall down my back and be like nice and wavy, and I could just like wear it down however I wanted. And it took me many years to finally get to the point where I figured out how to like step out of the shower and do a wash and go and figure out what worked for my hair. And so it was really funny when I first started doing natural hair. I made a Pinterest board of like all the hair I liked, and then once I learned more and I went back and looked at it, it was like 4C and like 2A, and I was like, neither of these are ever going to be obtainable for me because my hair doesn't look like either one of these things. And so I think that was the biggest challenge, was figuring out what I could actually do with my hair.
People seem to actually like my hair a lot, which is kind of funny because I haven't really grown to appreciate it as much as other people. I think because curly hair is unique to some extent, people do find it very exciting and interesting to touch, play with, and look at.
I mean, I grew up in Brooklyn, but the neighborhood that I lived in specifically was majority white. So I always kind of found my hair as unique and different than others. So growing up, I thought it was kind of cool that I had curly hair, and I've always appreciated that.
I thought that it was never pretty enough, and then reactions from people when I did wear it down was like, you know, you really do have, you know, amazing hair. It's really nice, and people would like kill for your hair or die for like curly hair. So people telling me those positive things really impacted me to learn how to love myself and feel beautiful with my hair down.
So a lot of times when I would straighten my hair because of like dance and stuff, a lot of people were just like, oh my gosh, you look so pretty with your straight hair. And I'm just like, okay, well, that's not my real, it was my real hair, but like that's not my natural hair. So it would make me want to straighten it more, which is really frustrating, like looking back at that.
I wore my hair in braids a lot as I was little, and I remember I grew up in a predominantly white community, and people would come in the grocery store and like touch my hair, and usually it was like positive, and they were like, oh my gosh, your hair's so beautiful. But it was also always like an invasion of space, like everywhere I went, or if there was like a little like black girl in a book, everyone always said that it looked like me. And so I think that those situations, those stick out the most to me.
The thing that probably like was the most upsetting to me is when people would tell me my hair was inappropriate for a situation. So like whether that's going to an interview or going to a soccer game or going to something, people would be like, why don't you straighten your hair? You know, look, why does it matter? You know what I'm saying? Like I can slick my hair, I can put it in a bun, I can do whatever I want. But the fact that you're telling me to conform to whiteness and telling me that's professional, that's traumatizing to a kid. And I like, even I remember talking to my principal back home, cause she was telling me about it, and I was like, I'm sorry, like I'm not like, you want me to meet these like important people? I'm not straightening my hair, yo. Like I'm really not. I'll put it in a bun, maybe a high-low kind of thing, but who are you to tell me what is beautiful when you're not living my life?
Growing up, I've never seen like in popular like mainstream media movies that have like black women that have like natural hair and don't have their hair straightened or relaxed. I just thinking about all of the lead roles that black women would play, their hair was straight or they had weaves. There's a lot of movies with women that have natural hair, but like they're not in popular media. So growing up, that's a reason why I always believed like that if my hair wasn't straight, it wasn't pretty.
When I was younger, I struggled a lot with my identity, and I like, quite frankly, like I wanted to be white, and I couldn't interpret that in that same way when I was younger, but I wanted my lips to be smaller, I wanted my hair to be straight, I wanted my skin to be lighter, I felt I was prettier when my hair was straighter, and that was based off of all all of the things that I perceived. I didn't really get to see girls that look like me. They look like Beyonce, Gabrielle Union, you know, straight hair, beautiful